What's up, book nerds? Just finished Holly by Stephen King. By the way, I love his covers, especially the hard book covers for his books. They're always just super cool, especially like as of recently. But this is a detective book, not really a mystery because they tell you who's done it like right off the rip. So there's no mystery of who's done it. It's more of a why they're doing it and how are they going to be stopped. So it's really cool. This follows Holly Gibney, a side character. She's been a side character in 4 books. The first were a 3-book series called Miss and Mercedes. 3 different books. I have not read that. I found Holly from the book The Outsider. So if anyone read that, wild. But she's a great character. She's an investigator. She likes to be called an investigator. But she's really a detective. She's a little autistic, and that's why she's good at what she does. That actually plays a huge role in what happens in this book. But it's really good. I'm not a big like mystery or detective book type person, but Stephen King made me like this book. I love King's writings. It's hard for me not to like something that he does. But not a horror book by any means, just a good detective book. Holly's a great character. I fell in love with the character from The Outsider. I need to read the Miss Mercedes book series. I hear that's just phenomenal. I will eventually get to that. My TBR is massive. But anyways, great book. I really like what they did, or what King did. The book starts off at a date years prior with the first victim of the book. Then it jumps to somewhat current timeline with Holly, and she gets hired. And the timeline moves like this, where it'll jump back, but they're both moving forward in time. It'll jump back to the next victim, and then back to Holly as she's learning. And it all ends up eventually converging. I can't really tell you anything beyond that because it'll ruin... obviously not a whodunit because you find out right off the rip, but a reason why and what happens. Holly's a badass, by the way. But really cool book. I have one gripe with it, and I can't really argue this because it's going to happen. Every writer, every creator always put their own feelings and ideals into what they make, right? It's usually pretty subtle. King obviously wrote this during COVID or near the end of COVID, and he's very strong with his beliefs with the COVID, how it was treated or was or is treated, and also his political views. I don't necessarily disagree with him, but he's very heavy-handed with it. And that's the only annoying thing I have with this book. Like I said, I know everyone always, like, in their art or whatever, always puts their own their biases or whatever they have in it. But this was very heavy-handed about COVID and his political beliefs. I found it a little annoying. I didn't really see the necessity of the length of which it was put in there, but it's not... It doesn't ruin the book. Is it annoying? Yeah, it's a little annoying, but it didn't make me dislike this book. It was very well written, apart from my personal opinion about him putting his own beliefs in there. But, we all have them. I'm not going to hate the man for him. He is a fantastic writer. So, book nerds, I suggest go pick this up. Holly, especially if you've read The Outsider or the Mercedes series. If you've not read this is a great detective book. So get out there and read, nerds. Catch you later.